We have RIS. RIS is one of Thailand's longest-running international schools. Ruamrudee, Thai for Union of Hearts, perfectly captures this Catholic school's philosophy of welcoming all children, emphasizing social responsibility and ensuring a warm environment. 21st century learning at RIS focuses on the three elements of head, which is knowledge, hands, which is skills, and heart, which is values. Students are nurtured to develop necessary critical thinking skills for success in the IB and AP programs of high school. Since 1957, the RIS community has been a connected global network where teachers often state their admiration for their students, and decades of alumni look back at RIS with fond memories and nostalgia. And without further ado,
good morning.
Did I catch you off?
We were messing around over here, so as one does.
Everyone, one of the things, we need a little more levity in our lives. I think that's just the way it should be. So, Miss Madeline, it's very nice to meet you. How are you?
Very nice to meet you too. I'm great. I just came from some student presentations, which is the highlight of my days when I get to be with students. So I'm good. It's a good day so far.
Excellent. I am. As I have offered to the other individuals who are presenting for their schools earlier today and yesterday, I'd love for you to go beyond what I just read about RIS and speak to me exactly about what you were just saying. What's the heart of RIS for you? How do you experience every day, and what do you what do you look forward to every day?
It's a great question. I have been here for about 22 years, so I do know a lot of the historical. I've been on a journey with the school. I've often delved into the question of what is our identity, what makes us different, in different venues, talking to parents and students and other teachers, administrators. And I think what we keep coming back to is that RIS it's a sense of community. There's a really strong sense of community here that I think the teachers often mention, the students mention. Also, we offer a values program. As you know, it's a Catholic. It's owned by the Redemptorist priests. So we do have a values program and religion program that I think goes beyond that. We really care a lot about the development of the whole child and also their character development. So I think that is really important to RIS, character development. Also, in addition to that, just as I said before, the community of the school.
Sure, 100%. Tell me about that when you think about character development and that the differentiating factor of being founded with the Catholic Church as a base. How does that play out in terms of the different types of programs that you have, maybe some different offerings that you have, the different types of families that you attract? What kind of community does that really look like?
Well, what's really interesting, if you see our vision and mission, what I hear every day, several times a day, is being an inclusive school community. So when you think about being a Catholic-based school, you might think it's very, very, what's a good word? That sort of takes precedent over the school or what you see every day. But if you look at RIS, it's predominantly our student members are Buddhist. We're in a Muslim community, and we're a Catholic school.
Sure.
So it's just a really rich environment that is very inclusive and very accepting. Wow. Some of the courses that we have that are different, I think, because of that is, like I mentioned, we do have a values class and a religion class. The religion class is for those students that are Catholic, but running parallel to that is values, where we look at who you are as a person, how you're a great member of society, how you contribute to the community. It's based on a lot of the Catholic character values, but it's also something we're very proud of, which is a little bit different, I think.
Okay, fantastic. So what does that diversity look like? We have a question from a woman named Catherine Lee about what's the Thai diversity at the school, as I want an American curriculum, but I don't want my child to struggle socially if they don't speak Thai.
That's a great question. That's another thing we've often talked about with identity is I would say about 83% of our students are Thai nationals. But what's interesting with that is that because we are an international school and we use U.S. standards and our teachers are, Western from different parts of the world, diversity there, or actually they're from all over the world, the students are very internationally minded, if that makes sense. Often they'll tell me when they graduate from RIS, I'm so internationally minded that sometimes I don't fit in because of that. So it was, I think when we talk about being internationally minded, I don't think it's
full circle becomes a problem.
Yeah. Yes. And I don't think it's being internationally minded isn't necessarily where you come from. It's, the school that you go through or the education that you receive that makes you internationally minded, regardless of your nationality. And that's how we approach it. We think our kids do very well.
Fantastic. So talk to me a little bit about some of the diversity of extracurricular activities, community activities, bringing maybe families and parents into the mix, and how they interact with the school. Sort of what does that look like outside the classroom?
Well, we have an extensive after-school program. We call it the extended day program. Aside from the classes and the courses that we offer inside the school, we have lots of variety around what the electives, what they can choose. Our parents are often involved. We just had a family fun fair day where the whole community came out. They contributed with, we have the usual international food fairs where they have representation of their different foods. But we had a fun fair, which I thought brought the whole community together. The parents are very involved and very helpful. A big Christmas celebration. We have a very, very good sports program in addition to the I want to say the performing arts. We just had a presentation, Little Mermaid. That was just amazing. The parents loved it. The kids loved it. So I think it's a really well-rounded. I think we offer so many different things to bring parents in and to build that community.
Excellent. What about connections to other schools in terms of intramurals and maybe even going beyond other schools? We've heard many of the other schools talk about off-campus activities, like being able to go to camps or being able to go on service trips and those kinds of things. Can you speak about some of that?
Yes, that's a great question. I'm really excited to answer that because something else that is very distinct, I think, for RIS is service learning. It's very important to us, as a religious foundation, but also as I said, our identity. So right now, every class in elementary school is going on a service learning project. It might be to an orphanage or to the home for the elderly, which they're doing right now. We also have, I want to say, outside of the school for middle school, we call it the ETK, which is Explore the Kingdom. So each grade level goes for a week to different parts of the country. It's tied into environmental issues and also getting to know our host country in a better way. High school has their trips. They do their senior trip. They also have a strong service learning component that is led by, we have a service learning organizer who is always on us, like, we need to go to this school and paint. We need to go on this trip to learn more about, some of our programs that the Redemptorist Priests host. So there's a lot going on all the time. I'm looking over here. Something. What am I forgetting? Because there's such a long list.
Well, we also do have another speaker who's going to be presenting after we do our video session. So maybe we'll ask a few questions there. But I want to ask you, sort of a final question before we do the video. What are you looking forward to as the school year closes, or maybe into the next year in terms of development, growth of the student body, changes on the campus, those types of things?
Yeah, that's another thing that looking at the maintenance, or I don't say maintenance, but things that we're adding to the campus. I know we're redoing our whole enormous, I don't know how big it is because it's so big. Our football field is being completely redone.
Big is great.
Enormous. But it's something I'm looking forward to. I think this year, or for the past couple of years, has been difficult because all the wonderful things that we do for school spirit and school community has sort of was on hold because of COVID. And getting back on campus is just, we've brought it all back and then some. So when I said our parents get involved in things, they go big. So we don't just bring back something, we bring it back really big. So I think the school spirit that we've seen this year has been amazing, and it can only get better. I think bringing back all those things that we do outside of the school is something to look forward to next year. I think it feels almost like we kind of did a little diversion. Now we're back on track.
Yeah.
with all the wonderful things that we do.
100%. Fantastic. Well, Miss Madeline, thank you so much for rushing over from the last event to come and talk with us today. I really appreciate you taking time out of what I'm sure is an incredibly busy schedule as an elementary and middle school principal. But we're going to move on to your video, and then we'll have your colleagues speak with us after this.
Well, thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thanks.
Ruamrudee is a Thai word that means union of hearts. Founded in 1957 by Redemptorist fathers, RIS continues to be a model of excellence and innovation in global education, offering a robust, modified American curriculum stewarded by a teaching staff rich in expertise, creativity, and compassion. Ruamrudee was one of the first international schools to have been accredited by the Western Association of Schools and Colleges in Thailand.
RIS nurtures the minds, hearts, and hands of its students from pre-K2 to grade 12. IB Diploma Program and AP students score far above world averages and attend the most prestigious universities worldwide. Students at RIS excel not only in the classroom, but through leadership activities such as the World Scholars Cup, Model United Nations, Knowledge Bowl, and the National Honor Society.
RIS has a vibrant performing and visual arts curriculum. There are many service learning opportunities and one of the largest athletic programs of any international school in Southeast Asia. Our alumni hold prominent leadership positions in diverse fields, including government, business, medicine, media, entertainment, and humanitarian sectors in both public and private domains, locally and internationally.
Given the rich academic background of our professionals, it is only natural that they inspire each other on a daily basis and create an engaging and challenging teaching and learning environment for our students. As it has been for the last 60 years, the goal of RIS has been to develop creative, compassionate, critical thinkers who are committed to leading happy, healthy lives while helping others do the same. And this is why RIS students continue to forge lasting, positive legacies for the world.
Hi, my name's Achawin. I'm from Ruamrudee International School. I'm 11 years old. I'm in grade 5, and I really enjoy it here.
Hi, my name is Pumpui. I'm 10 years old, and I have two brothers. We all attend Ruamrudee.
My name is Shomnapat, and I'm 10 years old. I've been in RIS since first grade. Yes, I did enjoy AD class. Indeed, it was almost my whole life. Yes, I did, because the teacher was very helpful and I was on task doing my work. My friends were really funny and kind. The teacher was caring too. I mostly improved my writing, spelling, and reading.
Writing because I learned how to use new words and sentences, and when I first came into EOD class, I had trouble with writing, reading, and I also have trouble with spelling.
I probably improved the most by talking to my friends in English, writing, and doing my work and playing games that are also learning too.
I improved by
reading a level I can, and when I start learning some new words, I start going level by level to go up and up so I could get out of ELD early. My teacher helped me improve, and my parents helped me improve by listening, focusing on my task, and learning about English more, and using words that are very difficult, but I tried my best to do it.
My teacher always told me to look back at it again so I could see if I made a mistake or not. They teach me about supporting sentences, main ideas, nouns, pronouns, adverbs, verbs, reading, and etc.
I would give some advice to them that to focus more and write more than 3 to 2 sentences.
Try your best. Try new words in your sentences. Try to write more. Read more books. And this is really important. Creativity and imagination.
Don't worry about failing, because it's all you learn from your mistakes, and it's fine to fail, but you have to keep working to improve yourself to exit ELD more. I really like about the quality and the equality that they gave us, and mostly the people who are here who treat people the same. And they always make sure everyone is safe, and if they don't feel comfortable, they will try their best to make them feel comfortable.
Oh, because like the teachers here are really kind and patient, and the classmates, oh yeah, they're really nice. I made like 4 friends, and they're really funny.
I love Ruamrudee because my friends are very kind, and they help me a lot with my work, my homework, and a lot more.
All right, so we are back. Oops, I have to bring Mr. Michael onto the screen so that we can actually see you. How are you doing, Mr. Michael?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No, my pleasure. Absolutely. That was a fantastic video presentation about RIS. And now I believe that you are actually going to be talking about student life at RIS.
Yes.
So,
just to continue. Sorry, just to continue from what Miss Madeline was saying about our community life and extracurricular activities.
Absolutely fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share your presentation right now, and then we will have you take off and take us through it.
All right. Hi, and welcome to, let's see. May I, I think I don't have it on full screen mode, right? Sorry.
We can see it full screen, so we can see the full presentation.
I see. All right. Right now, let me introduce myself. My name is Michael, and I am the supervisor for the Advancement Office, which includes communications and admissions and alumni relations, among other things at RIS. So I'm going to talk about student life at RIS. Talking about student life, I'd like to introduce first our school mascot, which is the Phoenix. And this is, and speaking of the Phoenix, that leads us to the principles of Phoenix, which are our school-wide learner outcomes. And with that, there are things like 3 elements: head, hands, and heart. With our school-wide learner outcomes, head touches on knowledge, creativity, critical thinking, open-mindedness. Hands, it's about developing skills, having effective communication, collaboration, resourcefulness. And heart, instilling values, embracing diversity, leading happy and healthy lives, and helping others. So going on with that, I would just like to go through a whole school year of RIS through extracurricular activities. And you'll probably see in the slides how we have markers for where we kind of try to display which of the 3 elements that we're highlighting with this activity. So elementary and middle school life. Our day usually starts off with a morning assembly. Pictured here is our director, Father Pete Chittapun, who's also the provincial of the Redemptorists of Thailand. Moving on, this is a little display of pre-K life. We have a Reggio Emilia inspired program for early years. These are our kids in action. These are our kids with their teddy bears. So you'll see the little markers there, heads, hands, heart. Moving on, elementary school kids. We celebrate writing, and I'm gonna share a lot of traditions and customs that our elementary school program likes to celebrate every year. Writing, bonding over books. Moving on. Halloween, all school dress up day. Now, this is Miss Madeline was talking about community earlier. So this is a great example of one of those big all school events. So Halloween, character dress up day. Actually, these slides should really be appearing one at a time, but right now it's appearing in full screen. So anyway, I'm sorry about that. This picture is our parent auxiliary in action. So as you can see here, this is just one event in which our parents are involved in. There are many, many of them. Our parent auxiliary here is handing out treats for our students. And speaking of our parents, they also get involved in some classroom activities. Like, for example, over here, the picture on the top left, we have our parents in a pre-K class helping out with Loy Krathong decorations. Now, with Loy Krathong, it kicks off our International Cultural Week, which is a custom at RIS. We celebrate this every year. And our ES kids have a student exhibition in which they share their work and research on different cultures of the world. So all these pictures here are just examples of that. And all these things that you're seeing on the board, they're all student-led and produced by them. Moving on. These are other extracurricular activities. They all, of course, performing arts. We touch on all elements of our principles of Phoenix, head, hands, heart. These are opportunities for our students to perform. So this is a picture of a pre-K Christmas class. We have our elementary school nativity production. We are a Catholic school. Moving on, we have our more elementary school pictures, our high school and middle school band and choir. We have our Knowledge Bowl. Our Knowledge Bowl, I forgot to mention that I'm also an alumnus of RIS, and I can remember from even when I was a child at RIS, Knowledge Bowl was one of our favorite events. So we have a high school Knowledge Bowl, but pictured here is our middle school one. Moving on, we have an annual science fair. So it's a big event in which our parents also take part in. So these are some of our middle school students from the last 2 years. You could see them here sharing their work with upper elementary students. Now moving on. Now, a big staple of middle school life is the annual ETK, or Explore the Kingdom trip. So I'm showing you pictures from a recent trip in December. Now, the ETK trip is a great bonding experience. It's also an opportunity to work on skills, things like cooking your own food, outdoor activities, trekking, hiking, and even, doing crafts and things like that. So these are just grade 6, grade 7. They're all actually doing separate trips in different parts of Thailand. Okay, moving on. This is one of our favorite activities for RIS, Games Day. On the top left, that's pre-K Games Day. The bottom, actually, the first two pictures are pre-K and kindergarten Games Day. We have elementary school Games Day. As it says, the more opportunities to be active, the better for physical development. This is our middle school Games Day. So as you can see, as Ms. Madeline said, a lot of things are, happening at RIS simultaneously every day. It's a very full-on community life here. We also like to encourage our students to respect their elders. I mean, in Thailand, that's one of the things that we value. And on Teachers Day, our Thai department does a very, very, very touching tribute to all our teachers in the Thai way. This is our students giving wreaths to our assistant elementary school principal, for example. We also celebrate 100 days of school here. And touching on what Miss Madeline was talking about earlier, our after-school extended day program. What you're seeing here are pictures from the EDP fair. This is an opportunity for our parents to come together to see the programs we have on offer. A lot of these programs can be run by our teachers or our outsourced vendors, but they're really an extension of what the RIS curriculum already offers. So for example, there are robotics classes, there are board games and whatnot, chess, so many, everything that, the school offers during the day, from music to sports to academics. There are enrichment programs, enrichment courses within the extended day program. Okay, moving on to high school student life. So in these pictures, you're going to see these are images from our Greater Bangkok University Fair and our Thai College Fair. High school student life, this is organized by our awesome high school counseling office. We are college preparatory, and here, what I like about our high school counseling office is their philosophy is very much about best fit. What is the best fit for your child, as opposed to going to the most prestigious or most famous university. Here they try to encourage that this place really fits your needs and your passions. So moving on, I'm just going to breeze through high school life. Over here, it's a tradition since the 60s that we always honor our senior class. And so we have this annual tradition, senior convocation. We have a pin that we, in a ceremony that we hand out to our seniors. And it's a day when they're officially recognized as seniors by the entire school. So over here, just images from that special day. It's a big photo op for our parent community. Moving on, I'm just going to touch and breeze through some other aspects of high school extracurricular life. This is community games day for high school. Every year we have our senior class pose a picture with a number over here. As you can see, everyone's wearing a different color because every high school class, 9, 10, 11, 12, has color themes. Moving on, this is an example of our students celebrating Chinese New Year, celebrating Songkran. This is just a little of them out on the field. Over here, we have our 9th graders and learning about agriculture in Pathum Thani. We have our IB Year 1 and Year 2 biology class. I believe this is in Khao Yai, doing coursework, getting their hands dirty. Service learning. The picture you see on the left is our annual walk and run-a-thon event, which supports the Ban Nokamin Orphanage, I believe. On the right, we have Give Hair, Give Care to support wigs for cancer patients. These are just two of the many service learning opportunities at RIS. I know that's a lot of information here. So extracurricular activities, not really just for high school, but pretty much whole school. These are just examples of our students playing basketball, touch rugby, volleyball, tennis. We've just hosted the CSAC for basketball and touch rugby this year. Moving on, arts and music. These are images from a production of The Little Mermaid that we just held, and some pictures from our IB art program. And finally, closing off the school year, we have summer school in June. These are images from last year's summer school. So again, it's a continuation of things that we already offered during the regular school year. So here we have art, we have academics. I believe that's a shot from the psychology class. Cooking, yoga, science. And finally, these are pictures from our foundation day, which is our school birthday. This year, we are currently celebrating our 65th year in education. And again, I hope that through all these pictures, you could see how everything that is planned, we try to incorporate a little bit of head, hands, heart in all that we do. Principles of Phoenix: head, knowledge; hand, skills; heart, values. I hope that made sense within 10 minutes. Thank you so much.
Thank you for giving us that. That was a fantastic presentation. I really appreciate it. I want to put it back up here, who you are. Mr. Michael, thank you so much for the presentation today.
My pleasure.
We will direct everyone who has questions about RIS to you, and we'll go from there.
All right. Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thanks for having us. Where do you come?
How do you come? I want to also remind everyone that Ruamrudee Ruamrudee International School has also offered a special promotion to everyone who is registered for the BKK Kids Virtual Summit this year. And you can see it's a 50,000 baht off the registration fee for anyone who is a registrant of this summit. And so as you saw, Mr. Michael over there, you can contact him and say, hey, look, I want my 50,000 baht off, and we'll go from there.